just before the break, we learned about the Jane Hotel in New York City, where you can get a 50-square-foot room for about $100 a night. Well, is this a sign of the times that if you want to experience life in some of the world's biggest cities, that more and more of us will just have to lower our expectations? AGN business doc Nick Bontis is back with us. Hi, Nick. How are you?
Doing great. How you doing, Connie?
I'm doing fine. Now, have you ever stayed in a 50-square-foot hotel room?
I have. I have. That's right. It's very economical. And you know what the secret is? If you're going to be outside, like you want to be in New York City, all night long if you're young enough to party, then why does it matter that you're only going to sleep in a small bed and nothing else?
So how has the hotel industry fared then? I mean, is this a trend that we're going to see down the road?
The good news is that when the market is tough, we have to innovate, and that's what the hotel industry is doing. It's innovating. Specifically here in Canada, it's been a relatively tough market, as you can imagine. You know, the financial markets haven't been doing too well, so we've had a little bit of difficulty with traffic, especially U.S. people coming into Canada as tourists. Traffic for most hotels near border cities has been down about 20% this past year, and occupancy rates, the percentage of the hotel rooms that are always filled, was at about 49% this year. So you can imagine, hotels that are half empty or half full, depending on how you want to look at it, aren't necessarily going to do well. But there is good news, silver lining in the cloud. That means that prices have fallen. So the average hotel room in Canada is at $114 a night. It's the most economical it's been in many years.
What about this trend toward these micro boutique hotels? Is that just a certain demographics, age 16 to 30, as we saw in the report, or is this something that's going to be around for most of us?
The secret now in the hotel industry is what we call differentiation. You got to be different than everybody else, and that's what they're trying to do, of course, right? Come up with the word that I like to use, inimitable advantage, something that can't be copied. So very small rooms at very cheap rates is an inimitable advantage for one hotel versus another hotel. But for very large urban centers in the most expensive cities in the world, New York, London, Hong Kong, you can't really have that beautiful 1,200 square foot suite unless you want to mortgage your house. So you don't have an alternative. To buy for the expensive room, you got to have the cheap room. And in this particular case, I think it is going to be a hot new trend. They're going to be offering very small spaces for economical prices.
So what are some of the other global innovations we're seeing in the hotel industry?
Well, I've actually stayed in a smaller space than 50 square feet. Have you ever heard of the Japanese capsules?
I have.
That's right. So you can imagine that you're in a sleeping bag, but it's not a bag, it's a room. It's a very tight enclosed room. All that fits in there is your body on a bed and an LCD screen on top of you just to keep you entertained. And those now go in Tokyo for $30 a night, those Japanese capsules. So that's a hot trend.
Claustrophobic or what?
Yeah, very claustrophobic. It's mostly for businessmen who just don't even have time and are too tired to go home. They just sit there, 30 bucks, boom, go back to work the next day.
I guess they don't have their own washrooms.
Yeah.
No.
And we also have customizable types of features now for hotels. That's a hot new trend. So, for example, you can pick the type of firmness that you want in your bed. Do you like a soft mattress or a medium or a hard mattress?
And pillows are doing that too.
And pillows, of course. And, of course, if you really want to get chic and customized, you can pick the thread count of your sheets. So if you're very particular and you have a big fat wallet, I will only accept 1,200 thread count Egyptian cotton, please. So, and we have other types of trends like hotels that are pet friendly for dogs. And, of course, the big thing right now is the hotel affinity cards. So where airlines are using air miles, hotels now have their own hotel affinity cards, and you can get a lot of great deals if you belong to a hotel club.
Just do your research on the internet.
That's right.
By the way, happy birthday, Nick Bontis.
Thank you very much.
Are you going to one of those little swank hotels to celebrate?
No swank hotel, no Japanese capsule, just me and the kids and the wife. Yeah.
Well, you have a good one, Nick.
Thanks.